Kelly Shaw reporting for Rocky Mountain Sasquatch Organization. I'm in East Idaho investigating two separate Bigfoot sightings. They both happened in November, and they happened 3 days apart and were only separated by less than 20 miles. After investigating both of these Bigfoot sightings on two separate expeditions, I realized they happened only 3 days apart from each other and were separated by less than 20 miles. Perhaps the same Bigfoot was seen on both separate sighting encounters. Idaho, November 4th and November 7th. The first one was on Bone Road, or near Bone Road. 3 days later, Highs Hot Springs near South Fork Snake River. Okay, here's the first sighting that was submitted by one of the many witnesses that seen it that day. On November 4th, 2006, me and my family were driving through the foothills above Idaho Falls near Willow Creek when my sister, fiance, daughter, and nephew said that they had seen something off to the side of the road. I stopped and turned around so I could shine the lights from the Bronco on whatever it was. When we got turned around, the lights from the vehicle couldn't hit it, so I decided to step out with the flashlight. Then I shined the light on it. It stood up on its hind legs about 30 feet from me. It was standing in a burrow pit that was 2 feet deeper than the road I was on, but it was at least a foot taller than me, and I am 6 foot tall. When I seen it, I started yelling at it, and it ducked down every time I would stop making noise. It would start to raise its head again. When I backed up and got into the Bronco, it jumped up and ran after us and chased us quite a ways. We all seen it, but I could not make out any facial features. I have heard stories in the past from friends and family of sightings in the same area, but never paid much attention. I'm an avid hunter and fisherman. I spend a lot of time in the outdoors. I have hunted and fished in this area all my life. I have seen elk, deer, antelope, badger, bear, just about everything that has walked or crawled or swam. And I have never seen anything like what I seen that night. It was bigger than any bear that I'd ever seen, and I hunt in the Selway, where there is a large population of bear, and what we seen that night was not a bear. There have been several other incidences in the area where I've been out there hunting and have seen figures up on the hill, just kind of out of range to tell exactly what they are. And we've also heard screams in this area before, and one time down by the bridge we heard something whimpering like a baby, and we reported it to the sheriff's department, but they found nothing. There were 5 witnesses all together that were driving home when they saw this Bigfoot sighting. It happened about 8 p.m. at night, and it was full moon, so there was a little bit of light even though it was after dark. Thick with willows down at the creek. Follow-up investigator report by BFR investigator Nancy Jones. I spoke with the 2 adult witnesses over the phone about 30 minutes. They were able to recall a few more details about their close encounter. The adult male witness said the color of the animals was either very dark, brown, or black. It was huge with extremely wide shoulders. He said it was over half as wide as the Bronco he was driving. The animal stood about 1 foot taller than the 6 foot tall witness as viewed from the road, and the animal was standing just off the road in a burrow pit. Given a 2 foot deep burrow pit, the animal's height is estimated to be about 9 feet. He added that the animal chased their Bronco, which was going as fast as 30 miles an hour. He said it ran alongside the vehicle in the burrow pit and crossed the road behind the vehicle at some point. The witness stated that the road was graveled and winding, making even 30 miles per hour difficult to drive safely. From the time he first faced the animal, the witness could hear it making a strange growling whine noise. It kept this up while running with the Bronco. One of the 2 adult female witnesses, the driver's fiance, confirmed the above details. She had a better view than the driver did once they began to drive away, and added some physical details. She said the animal's arms were quite long, more than half the body length. The hair was very thick and a little bit longer than a bear's. While running, the animal was looking in at the vehicle's occupants from no more than 20 feet away. In the darkness, no facial or anatomical details were visible. She stressed that the animal was very large and fast. It had no trouble keeping up with the 30-mile-per-hour Bronco. She said that all the passengers were terribly frightened and screaming and even crying in fear. The female witness mentioned another incident that same year, July 2006, which may be connected to the above sighting. While driving with her fiance and his daughter in the mountains of Clark County, the daughter looked out the window and said there was a naked black man running through the hills. The two adults paid no attention to this remark and attributed it to childhood fantasy. In retrospect, now both adults wonder if she might have seen the same or similar animal that they encountered this night. Bigfoot sighting hotspot.